What's up, Waymakers? It's me, Mommy Suna. We have a reaction today. It's been a few weeks since I've done this. Oh, and Pop-Tarts here. Yeah. Before we get started in today's reaction, please make sure you remember to leave your like anytime throughout the video. Leave me a comment. That helps the algorithm. And subscribe if you haven't. I think like 40% of you guys aren't subscribed or something like that. So click the subscribe button, please. Thank you. And also, I can't even tell you how many comments I get every single day of people like, oh my god, I thought I was subscribed and I totally wasn't. So just check and make sure. So this video in particular, one of you guys sent me on Instagram. It was of a Hun story. So I like rushed to be able to go and screen record it before it went away. When was this? August 29th. It's been a month. Okay. So I haven't watched this for over a month. I don't even remember what it's about. I remember the person is with Arbonne and that's all I know. And the only reason I remember that is because I named the file Arbonne Chick. So, I mean, it must be good. If I rushed up here to screen record it, here we go. Let's get going.
A lot has been heavy on my heart, and it is a TED Talk time. So, I'm going to talk about the backlash that I've been receiving of network marketing. So, this topic actually intrigues me so much because when you actually do your research, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And so, people say, you know, it is a scam. You guys, I'm a 1099 subcontractor. What I do is solely up to my work ethic and what I want out of this business. And I'm going to use a realtor as an example. Realtors are also 1099 subcontractors. Their work ethic and their effort in going out and selling homes is 100% on them. If they don't sell a home, they don't get paid.
You guys... Holy shit. All right. I would normally say like, yeah, but real estate, they don't have you recruit people and then get paid for the stuff that the people that you recruit do. It's really interesting because someone that I knew from high school has recently messaged me about real estate company she works for. They're like coming out with a new, some kind of compensation plan. We hear the word compensation plan in MLMs like all the time, but I think this is like different. I don't know. They're basically like making their real estate into multi-level marketing. I want to go through that with you guys eventually. I'm not going to do that today, obviously, because I need to research it a little bit more, but it is really interesting. So that being said, that particular company aside, I mean, in general, they don't have you go recruit people. Oh my God. Could you imagine if all real estate was an MLM and you made a commission off of every house that somebody sells? That person would be a billionaire. Like the person at the top of that pyramid would be a billionaire, like hands down. There's a lot of money to be made in that, but it just simply is not like that. She's right. You do. I mean, if you're going to be a real estate agent, you have to go out and show houses and sell houses to get paid because they get paid on commission. Now, you can't compare an MLM to someone who gets paid on commission strictly because, I mean, for example, you guys know I used to be a dog groomer for 10 years. It's hard to explain because there was like a guaranteed hourly, which was practically minimum wage, but I never saw that they would give you the higher of the two. So like minimum wage or whatever you made in commissions, and I never got a paycheck that was just my hourly, you know what I mean? So yeah, I got paid commission based on the amount of dogs I groomed. So yeah, if I wasn't grooming dogs, I would not be making money. But you can't say that dog groomers are in MLMs because like none of us are recruiting other stylists and then making money off of everything that that stylist does. This comparison is bullshit. Yeah, like a 1099 contractor can be anyone. I mean, what do you expect? You want the IRS to make your own special little group of your special forms and all this just especially for you in network marketing? You want them to do that? No. A 1099 works just fine. It's just such an odd comparison because yeah, there's commission involved in both sides, but recruiting is not involved in both sides anyway. Oh, also this cup that she has, isn't that like a cult thing? I'm not even kidding. Swell Entertainment, she has a video about the artist who makes like that font or whatever. Like it's like a whole fucking like weird cult thing. I mean, not like actually a cult, but like there are people who like collect it and they'll pay like thousands of dollars for pieces of pottery with that font on it. It's just strange, and she's got one of those. Anyway.
Same with Arbonne. If I don't make sales or build a team, I don't get paid.
Okay, whoa. She just outed herself. That was a self-report right there. That's exactly what we've all been saying. Like, she goes, if I don't make sales Or build a team. Okay, yeah, so it's not exactly like real estate then, is what you're saying. Yeah, no, you don't have to go recruit other people to be on your team in order to be a real estate agent. You just don't. And I guess the argument can be made that like, oh, well, when you're an MLM, you don't have to build a team either. It's like, okay, but like when a real estate agent makes a sale, they make a good chunk of money usually. When you're running around selling your shampoo, you maybe make like $5-10, and then you have to do that over and over and over again. It's like, I don't know, this comparison is just so stupid. If I don't build a team, yeah, that's recruiting. That's recruiting right there. There's the difference. That's why you get backlash. The backlash that you were talking about here at the beginning, that's why you're getting it.
And you sign that contract, you are basically giving your own self a commitment saying, this is my job and I need to show up for my job.
What job do you have to pay them to work? And everyone gets hired. If you are making like a full-time living off of it, then I guess maybe you could say, okay, yeah, your job is to fucking scam people into joining your team, I guess, but that's nothing to brag about either. When you get like a real job, you go through the hiring process or whatever, so you know you're like making that commitment. It is not the same with an MLM. It's really easy to just hand over $200 and sign a contract, and then you do whatever you want with it. When you get a real job, you can't just do that.
So I used a realtor as an example. Okay, now I'm going to use another example. I was a hairstylist right out of high school. I went to beauty school, became a cosmetologist. I worked behind the chair for quite some time. And same went for me. As a cosmetologist, I worked a commission-based only, you guys. There were times where I was a 1099, and then there was a time where I was on payroll. It just depended on the employer that you were working for.
Okay, but Arbonne is not an employer. And yeah, I mean, the same thing pretty much goes for like I was talking about with dog grooming and stuff. Like hairstylists are generally the same way. But again, you don't have to recruit other hairstylists and then you make money off of the haircuts they do. It's not the same. Do they hear themselves? Do they hear themselves? She's like, I've been getting a lot of backlash. I just want to address it. It's the same. It's like, no, you have a reason for why you're getting the backlash and you just don't get it because you don't want to hear it. The answer is right in front of you. It's so simple.
The only way I got paid is if I showed up to work every single day and built a clientele. And again, I had to plug myself into trainings, education, new techniques.
Okay, but a hairstylist education is much different than the training you get when you join Arbonne. Hairstylists have to be licensed. Hairstylists have to take tests. Like, they have to pass the state board. They have to pass all that shit. With Arbonne, you don't have to do that. There's not really a rule book of how you have to conduct yourself once you join an MLM, aside from what the FTC says, and maybe whatever their policies and procedures are, like you can't go promote another company or you can't whatever it is. It's different with every MLM. But just because I got a 1099 here and I got a 1099 with Arbonne, it doesn't make it the same. You get backlash from one and not the other for a very obvious reason.
To stay with the trends, right? Okay, so with that said, Arbonne, anybody who decides to sign a contract to become a 1099 subcontractor for Arbonne, it is up to you, solely up to you.
Yeah.
That is why when I started network marketing, I kept my full-time job and I worked network marketing on the side, and I stayed up all hours of the night busting my butt because this is what I wanted full-time, because I wanted the time freedom. I wanted the financial.
Yeah, everybody wants that. Everybody who is duped into joining an MLM also wants that. Staying up all night and like dedicating yourself to the work is not going to pay off most of the time. We say this all the time, but there's a limited amount of people in the world. It is a finite amount of people that you can recruit and sell to. Somewhere down the line, you're gonna run out of people. So like every single person in the world cannot go, I want time freedom, I want financial freedom, I'm gonna join this MLM, because then there's not gonna be any people left.
Flexibility. I wanted to get rid of the 9 to 5, of the overtime. I wanted control over my life. While yes, I put in tons of hard work and hours, working full-time, being a full-time mom, taking my child to work with me, raising her behind the desk, and working a network marketing company, I knew my hard work was going to pay off.
Do you hear that privilege right there? That she was able to raise her child at her full-time job? Yeah, most people have to like deal with, oh, I don't know, childcare. I mean, clearly this person comes from a very privileged background. I knew my hard work was gonna pay off. Do you have a crystal ball? You don't know that. Most people don't. Statistically, you're unlikely to. Well, I knew. Okay, chick.
Because if you do not quit, You will reap the benefits, you guys.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Don't tell people that. You can't tell people that, honestly. When she says that and the people who are on her team are listening to her, they are continuing to buy more product, if not to, you know, raise their rank or meet their minimum, I think they call it QV in Arbonne, their qualifying volume, or just because they have to be a product of the product, they have to use the products, and it costs a lot of money to use all of Arbonne's products for everything in your life all the time. So they're just gonna keep shoveling money in, and guess who's making money off of that? Yoo-hoo! This girl. So the thing you have to realize about these kind of speeches when we hear MLM distributors like going off like this, it's because it benefits them. It benefits them to have everyone else underneath her continuing to pay into the system, because the money goes up the pyramid instead of down and distributing it to the bottom line there like it does in a normal job. Doesn't happen in MLMs.
So many people quit, and that's where that negative stigma comes from when it comes to network marketing. People quit before they even get started.
Do you know why those people quit? It's because it's bullshit. That's why. Most of the time people will get into it and realize, oh shit, this isn't what I signed up for. I was told I was gonna get financial freedom. I was told that I was gonna be able to replace my income with this and blah blah blah. And now my aunt just blocked me on Facebook, and I certainly thought I was gonna have her as a customer, and now she won't even see anything I post. And my best friend from high school, who I have kept in contact with, she don't want anything to do with me now either, so who am I going to sell to? And then they quit because no one likes to be sold to. No one wants that shit on their Instagram and their Facebook. No one wants to be checking social media and only seeing their old friends trying to sell shit and make money. Like, no one wants that. Not in a social network anyway. Like, listen, chick, if I want your protein powder, I'll seek you out, okay? By the way, I don't.
A lot of people don't even dive into trainings. They literally sign the contract and they never talk to their upline again.
How is that working? Because uplines are always up your butt. They're always going to be up your butt because hello, just like this chick. I mean, shit, no one had to watch her story, but if you were one of her downline and you watch this story, she's doing this to motivate you. Then you spend more money and she gets more money. Like, that's why she's doing it. So what upline would just be like, all right, thanks for signing up under me, I'll never talk to you again? No, she wants to get in that person's ear and be like, you should be spending more money on Arbonne because no one's going to take you seriously if you're not constantly drinking the fizz sticks and posting it on your Instagram, and constantly drinking the protein shakes and posting it on your Instagram, and constantly washing your hair with our shampoo and posting it on Instagram. Isn't that what they're there to do? Oh, I'm sorry. Aren't you a trainer? That's your job, right? Isn't your job to build a team and make other women successful and change women's lives and enrich their lives? Isn't that your job? Isn't that what you're always saying your job is? So if you're signing people up underneath you and never talking to them again, are you really doing your job? No, you're not. And that's because you don't give a shit about the people who sign up underneath you for more than they're worth monetarily. They are dollar signs to you. They are not people. They don't care.
And it's up to you. You own your business. It is up to your work ethic. Remember, you are 1099.
Oh, also, yeah, you don't own your business. You are not a business owner. You're not. So, can someone tell this woman that she is not a business owner, and neither is anyone in her downline? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
What you do and what you invest into your business is what you get in return. And if you don't show up, nothing is going to happen. So you know that saying, nothing happens if nothing happens.
Why do they all say this? Okay, you know what? The only people I've ever heard say this are MLM distributors. Nothing happens if nothing happens. It's like, what a fucking obvious statement to make, dude. But the fact of the matter is with MLMs is that a lot of times people will join them, get in at ground level, and then they really don't have to work that hard to make it up to the top. You recruit maybe like, I don't know, what did they say? You recruit 5 people and then they recruit 5 people. Like, that's just kind of the natural progression of the growth of a company. So if you get in at that ground level, you just gotta work a little bit, get those 5 people recruited, convince them to recruit more people, and then you're fucking golden, baby. There are instances where you can literally do nothing in an MLM and you're still gonna make a pretty good amount of money off of other people's work, off of other people's losses, and you're not doing shit.
That is 1000% accurate. If I didn't show up and if I didn't stay consistent and if I did not pull myself through the hardest of hardest times, I would not be where I am today. I am sitting at the top 2% in Arbonne as an executive regional vice president. I was an average person.
She is not an average person. Obviously, I have her face blurred, but she is beautiful. She clearly came from a privileged background, like we talked about earlier. Oh, but she's just your average girl. No, she's fucking not. She had it all laid out for her in the cards. Like, I know it's really shitty to say this, and I do say it a lot. Pop-Tart, you have something to say? Okay, thank you. Sorry, but like, people who are just born attractive, they have an easier time in life. Sorry. Point blank period, that's just the way it is. All these girls are like, they're meeting the beauty standards of today. You know what I mean? So no, she's not an average person at all.
I did not even, change my Facebook profile for 5 years straight before I started this type of business, because I didn't like any of the platforms, because to me, I had a different mindset at the time where I just didn't want to be on social media, until I realized, you know what, I do have potential. I'm cutting myself short. I'm not using a gift that God has given me, and I did not know that it was going to be through network marketing.
I'm sorry. Are we calling your ability to manipulate people a God-given gift? I don't think so. No. I don't think that works that way. No. What is this God-given gift? Is she gonna say, hold on, let's press play and see if she actually defines it? Because she said, I didn't know it was gonna be through network marketing. I don't know, what is it, charisma or something? Because yeah, you could say that's God-given.
A few moments later.
Spoiler alert, she doesn't actually define exactly what that gift is, but just the way that she's talking about it, one can only presume that what she's talking about is being able to control people, being able to manipulate people. And I'm sorry, but I mean, have you ever read the Bible and seen God say thou shalt manipulate others? No, it doesn't work that way. If God is going to bless you with some kind of special talent, it ain't gonna be manipulating people, sis. Jesus would fucking hate that shit. Yeah, he would. He would not be down with that. I never remember the exact verse, but I like to bring it up when we're talking about people doing this shit using God to sell their multi-level marketing bullshit. There's a story about Jesus going into a temple, or I think it was a courtyard outside of a temple or something like that, and there were merchants, and they were selling doves and something to do with trading currency and stuff like that. I don't know. I could look it up and read it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So yeah, so Jesus got all pissed off and started flipping tables, and then he was like, stop making a marketplace out of my Father's house. But he would totally be okay with you using the name of his holy Father to sell your MLM. I have this God-given talent, and I had to do something with it. I couldn't just let it diminish. I was cutting myself short. So I joined an MLM, and now I can put my talent of manipulating people to good use. Ew, sis, it's gross. It's gross.
It was going to be through network marketing until I dabbled into it, you guys. And I'll be honest with you, there's probably a lot of people watching this. Maybe one, think I'm crazy. I don't know. Two, wishing they could do what I do. Or three, thinking I could do that, but I don't have enough confidence.
I will say, yeah, you do need to be confident in order to be successful in an MLM. You have to be confident enough in your abilities to use your words to manipulate people. You have to know, be confident enough to be I can make these people buy what I'm selling. I can make these people want what I have, or what they think I have. You cannot just be a meek little, if you join my team, you'll have financial freedom. Just buy this shampoo and it'll change your life. No one wants to listen to someone like that, you know? That's someone who is clearly not confident in speaking and communicating with people, I suppose. You gotta be confident enough to be able to do that. Most people, I don't think, would come around to the idea that oh, so if I want to do what she's doing, I literally have to scam people. I have to lie to people. It takes a special kind of person to be able to come around to that idea and be I need to work up my confidence so that I can be able to skillfully lie to people. Because once you realize that's really what's going on in there, most people have enough of a heart and soul to be I can't do this. And we see it more and more often, especially in this community. We have Jessica Hickson, we have Not the Good Girl, we have Roberta Blevins, we have a lot of people who have left their MLM from a high spot in the company, and not just because, oh, they got terminated. That doesn't happen all the time. All the people I just mentioned, I'm pretty sure all three of them just quit because they're like, I'm manipulating people and I don't have my heart is not in that. I cannot continue to lie to people anymore. Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to be able to work your way up to a point where you're confident enough to just like knowingly lie to people. To post, join my team and you will have financial freedom like me. I mean, that's a big lie. That's a big thing to get people to buy into. It can literally like financially destroy them and ruin relationships. And once you realize that, it's like, what kind of person do you have to be okay with that? So yeah, build that confidence, babe. If you want what she's got, if you want to be in the top 2% of the company, I mean, come on, the top 2% of an MLM company is probably still only making 5 digits a year. It's not as impressive as it sounds usually.
It is totally up to you and your mindset. And so many people anymore have this negative aspect on themselves. They have this negative mindset thinking they can't do this, they can't do that. You guys, you need to build that self-encouragement up and say, I can do this, I will do this, and I want that.
You have to be able to tell yourself, I do want the time freedom and I don't care if it's at the expense of other people. That's literally what she's saying.
Go for what you want and go for what you deserve. God didn't put us on this earth to be mediocre, you guys.
He also didn't put you on this earth to fucking steal from people. Oh my god. Let me rephrase that, because I don't think that MLMs are stealing from people. Obviously, they are willingly giving their money over most of the time anyway, because they've been manipulated into doing so. It's all a mental thing with most people. If you want to believe that God put you on this earth for some kind of reason, it almost certainly wouldn't be to join a network marketing company.
Have that decided heart to want more for your life. And if it's not an Arbonne, it's not an Arbonne. Maybe it's something else. That is completely fine. But like I said, I didn't know it was going to be through Arbonne. I believe in clean living. I believe in healthy choices. The reason why I chose to go with Arbonne is because I wanted to fuel my body with clean nutrition. I wanted a healthier lifestyle for not only myself, but for my family, my husband, my daughter. Like, I wanted to live a healthier lifestyle because there's so much toxicity in our foods anymore, what we eat, and I don't want that in my life.
I don't think she's using the word anymore right. This isn't the first time she's used it, and it sounds weird to me. Is it just like a regional dialect or something that I just don't understand? Because, like, I don't think she's using it right. But maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. I mean, there's also a lot of other health and wellness MLMs out there, and they all say the same thing about their shit. So it's like, what makes Arbonne any different? I mean, Arbonne especially has been around for so long that the market is so fucking saturated. Like, why would you choose Arbonne? It sounds like maybe she was preyed on. You know, if she was a hairstylist, I'm surprised she didn't fall into my name.
I want to be pure, and I want to be whole, and I want to be healthy. I don't want brain fog. I don't want fatigue. I don't want anxiety.
Hold on, is she making health claims now? Oh shit. Oh shit. So she joined Arbonne because she doesn't want brain fog, fatigue, anxiety. Is there more?
I don't want stress.
Stress.
Did you know food triggers everything?
Oh, come on. Food does not trigger anxiety. A chemical imbalance in your brain triggers anxiety, bitch. Like, a lot of stressful situations in life can trigger anxiety too, but it ain't your fucking food. Brain fog, yeah, probably. Like, if you're gonna run around and eat fucking cupcakes all day, cupcakes and mac and cheese, if that is your diet, then yeah, you're probably not mentally, like, as clear as you could be. But anxiety is like an actual medical issue that can be controlled with medication and shit. You cannot say, like, Arbonne made it so I don't have anxiety anymore. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this is so fucking predatory. Oh my god. Do you have anxiety? Are you sick of popping pills to control your anxiety? If you are, you need to join Arbonne. It's like that. I mean, that's pretty much what she's saying. This girl, she is not one of the ones that is just kind of like brainwashed. She knows exactly what she's doing. At this point, I am 100% sure that she knows all of the manipulation tactics that she is using right now. She knows she's using them. She knows how to use them, and they've worked to her benefit. Check her out up in the 2%, top 2% of Arbonne. How do you think she got there? Clearly by using God and false health claims, I guess. Both of which are unethical. One of which, at least, being the false health claims, can actually get you in trouble. Not just you, Arbonne. Your sweet, sweet, precious company Arbonne that you love so much. Like, you're gonna get them in trouble too, chick.
Food triggers it all. I want to be the healthiest version of myself. And because Arbonne had that, that is what connected me with Arbonne.
You guys, the other thing too is about being healthy. It is not healthy to only have a diet of Arbonne, because like protein shakes and stuff, like that's fine to have here and there. Maybe even if you have it like for breakfast every day, I don't know, you do you. I'm not a dietitian or nutritionist or anything like that, so I don't know for sure if or how that can affect you if you're doing that all the time. But the thing is that like when you start depending on these things and you're only drinking fizz sticks and only drinking protein powder and I don't know, whatever else Arbonne fucking makes, your relationship with food is like actual food is then tarnished, because then you have a hard time being able to figure out how to be healthy without Arbonne. And what are you gonna do when Arbonne inevitably eventually shuts down? They don't like to admit this. They're like, Arbonne's been around for 40 years. If we were a pyramid scheme, we would have been shut down by now. It's like, no. And I mean, really, look at Van Tel Pearls right now. Van Tel Pearls just shut down after how long were they open? I have to know, because that's a good point. I want to say they've been around since like the 90s. 30 years. Okay, yeah, so the 90s. Yeah, shit. Okay, come on. Like, that's a perfect example. Arbonne's been around for 40 years. Van Tel was around for over 30 years. I mean, I know obviously 40 is more, but 30 is still a long time. They just shut down out of the blue a few months ago. Well, actually, I think their last day is probably as soon as you guys are seeing this, they probably would have just shut their doors. I think it's October 1st. So they've got a few more days left, and then, yep, just out of nowhere, no one expected it. They just said, hey, thanks for the past 30 years. Peace. We're closing down, not handing the company down to anybody. We're just shutting our doors. Bye. And then you know what? Gold Canyon, which, you know, I'll Google Gold Canyon too, because they were around for a long time too. I know for sure my parents and my family all bought Gold Canyon as I was growing up. Founded in 1997. So like 25 years. Gold Canyon shut down this year too. I think it was at the beginning of the year, maybe. I don't remember exactly when it was. But if there's anything you take from this video, any company, any of these companies can shut down at any time for any reason. I mean, Advocare last year got shut, well, like the MLM part of it got shut down, and they all jumped ship to like isogenics and shit because, oh, Advocare was so amazing while you could make money off of it, right? And then suddenly, as soon as you couldn't do that anymore, it was like, oh, I found something better, isogenics over there. My point is that if Arbonne, whoever owns Arbonne, decides, you know what? We're gonna shut down, because that's what Gold Canyon did. That's what Van Tel Pearls did. They didn't get shut down by the FTC. They can do that. They can shut down. So like, yeah, it's not your own business, first of all, because that can happen. You're in no control over that happening. But second of all, if your healthy lifestyle is revolving around eating Arbonne every single day, what are you gonna do when it shuts down? If your life goal is to be healthy, then learn how to be healthy by educating yourself on food, on real food. Real food's always gonna be around. I guess not always, unless the apocalypse happens or some shit or whatever. But in general, food is always gonna exist. So learn what is healthy. If that was truly your mission, you can get rid of that brain fog and fatigue that's caused by eating bad food. You can get rid of that by eating better food. I'm not a doctor. It's not a medical claim or anything. But yeah, generally, if you're eating like shit and then you go from eating like shit to eating good, you're gonna feel better. But if you put yourself in this place where you're habitually just like consuming Arbonne and thinking you're healthy, you're not. Your relationship with food is fucked. That was a long tangent. Sorry, we can press play. I just don't believe her when she says this is the reason why she got into Arbonne. I chose Arbonne because I wanted to get rid of these things. No, you chose Arbonne because you knew you could make a quick buck off of it using this as your story, when really you didn't have to throw down $200 or $300 or whatever it is to sign up for Arbonne in order to feel better. All you would have had to do is just change what you're eating, like if that was truly what you wanted to do.
Not only do they have clean nutrition, they have makeup, they have skincare, and it's all clean. They've been over 2,000 toxic ingredients. So when I weighed my pros and cons of all the companies out there that I could be my own boss, that is why I chose the Arbonne route. And till this day, I cannot sit here and say I regret 1% of it. I am so thankful that I said yes and I listened to my heart, not the trend.
What is the trend? I mean, I'm pretty sure MLMs are pretty fucking trendy right now. Shit. Like, I think the biggest trend right now is like, if you want to be a business owner, if you want to be your own boss, you join an MLM. Like, what is she talking about?
Okay, I'm so grateful because I am here again, sitting at the top 2% of the company. So I have a large team, and when people join my team, sometimes they go MIA after they click the enroll button. And I'm like, what are they doing? They have all this potential.
Don't you have a way to contact them? I'm pretty sure, like, thinking back to my Lime Life days anyway, obviously, like, Arbonne's different, but you're able to see your team, and you, at the very least, you have their name. Look them up on social media and send them a message. Obviously, if they're ghosting you, then yeah, I guess, whatever. That's not your fault if you can't get them to talk to you. But, like, it sounds to me like if you're really sitting there like, what are they doing? I don't even understand. It's like, it sounds to me like you're not doing the job that you say you're here doing.
So many girls have signed with me, and they have this potential that is outrageous, that they could be the top 1% of the company, and I never hear from them again.
Yeah, but not everyone can do that. You can't always be the top 1% of the company.
And some of them are probably watching, or they say they want it, but they never dive into trainings, or, you know, maybe they just don't have enough confidence.
Maybe they dived into one training and then they were like put off by it because it's extremely fucking culty and also not training. I mean, really, it's not teaching you when you go into these trainings with these MLM companies. They're not teaching you product education most of the time. They're not teaching you how to be a salesperson. They're teaching you how to post on social media, how to manipulate people, fake it till you make it. Like, it's that kind of stuff. It's like, so maybe these people just like show up and they're like, oh, I thought you were going to teach me like sales. I thought you were going to teach me about the products, so I was more educated on how to sell them to people. You're sitting here telling me I have to post on social media all day, every day. So that's not what I came here for. Could it possibly be that? Because your trainings are bullshit? Like, maybe, I don't know.
Or they just don't go for it because they don't have the time. But again, we all have the same 24 hours. It's just how intentional are you going to be with those same 24 hours? At the end of it all, if you've already signed with me, or you're thinking about signing with me, go into it with a positive mindset. Dive in head first and keep swimming. Do not stop. Because the second you give up on yourself is the second you close the chapter.
The second you give up on yourself is the second I lose all the money you've been spending. The second my paycheck gets smaller. So keep swimming, please do.
And unfortunately, that chapter could have been an eternity of this massive success that you closed. Okay? I'm here for you. And I will be here for you till the end. Because this is my home. And I'm an Arbonne lifer.
Oh, God. Ew. It's never gonna get better than Arbonne. I'm a lifer. You know, we'll fucking see about that. We will see if Arbonne pulls an Advocare because they get in trouble, which, you know, they've gotten letters from the FTC before. They've fucked up before. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that they could be shut down for a pyramid scheme just like Advocare was. And what happened then? All those people who were Advocare lifers, they had the potential to be grandfathered in just to do direct sales, and that's it. No more recruiting, none of that, but you can still sell the products. Oh, that's right. Most of them aren't there anymore. They left for another MLM company where they can then build another pyramid beneath them and then make all this money off of the work and off of the backs and the losses of other people. That's what they all did. So, okay, if Arbonne does that, you're gonna tell me you're not gonna go join another MLM? You're not gonna tell me that, oh, you found something better? Come on.
And so when you dive into personal development and trainings, and you do the steps what works, you will be successful. If you show up and work your business, again, you are a 1099 subcontractor. It's all up to you. It's all up to your work ethic and your efforts and what you want out of your business. And again, I am here to guide you and mentor you and hold your hand all along the way. But you have to be willing to hold yourself accountable and know nobody else is going to work this business for you but you.
I mean, that's not always true either. Like, Monat specifically is kind of like where we've seen it a lot, but I guarantee this happens with Arbonne too. Buying ranks. Literally, sometimes there's always loopholes. There's always a way to work the system, and these people are obviously very good at that because that's what it is. That's what the business is. The business is not about the product. It's never been about the product. It's about how can we manipulate the system to work for us. Fuck everyone else who doesn't know our secrets to manipulating the compensation plan and also just the people in general. Fuck all them, you know. We're gonna just take their money. We're gonna get rich off of what they're losing. It's like, that's just what it is.
So if you have a missing puzzle piece in your life and you want something new and you want to challenge yourself, send me a message and we can chat.
All right, that's it. That is her message. I don't know what to say, guys. If I were to make a list of all the things that MLM distributors do that I think are really damaging to people and gross and awful, this girl hit most of those marks there. Oh, you want to talk now? It was gross, huh? Anyway, guys, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, it's time to thank my patrons and my YouTube members. Everyone I'm about to read off is a list of my financial supporters, people who get access to things like our Discord server. We have a postcard club. I give you guys early videos whenever I'm able to. Most of the time, I'm pretty good about doing that these days. And other things, you know, if any of that sounds good to you or you just want to support your girl, you can go to patreon.com/SavannahMarie, or you can click the button beneath this video to join my YouTube memberships. And with that, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Amanda Shannon, Elizabeth Wyatt, Eve Blondo, Nitty Dragon, Leanne, Meredith Nakata, Molly Wasilewski, Quinlan E, Raya Mew, Sandra Mickelbus, Turd Ferguson, Alice W, April Lindblom, Boris Geller, Katrina Rosemerick, Claire T, Danae Twitchell, Daniel Urena, E Higgins, Erica Louder-Craddock, Jerry Duncan, Heidi Haw, Julia Wheeler, Kelly Creffield, Kim Cartwright, Laura Lynn Martin, Lizzie McQueen, Maddie Darley, Melissa Grote, Rachel McHenry, Samantha Jackson, Stephanie Hell, Tuesday the 13th, Lizzie Lyon, J. Marie, Tiffany Brust, Auntie Lou, Fallon Lowry, Sabrina Franklin, and Julia Nee Brodowski. And to the rest of my fabulous financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and for being you. Even if you're not a financial supporter of mine, thank you for making it to the end of this video, because YouTube also loves watch time. Thanks for everything you do, just in general. Thank you. Keep making waves, babes. I will smell you all later. Mommy Tsunami, out. People who don't stay for the end of the video are gonna miss out on this sick Pop-Tart toe beans moment. See, bye-bye. She's purring. No meows for you, just purrs for me. Bye.